everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're tackling a topic that I think everyone can relate to, and that is how to deal with negative people around you positively. You know these people, yeah? The folks who seem to turn a sunny day into a downpour with their constant negativity. Now, the easy solution might seem like throwing up a giant negativity not welcome sign and cutting them off completely. But let's be honest, that's not always practical, is it? Maybe it's a colleague you're stuck in a cubicle with, or even a family member. You can't exactly disinvite them from Thanksgiving dinner now, can you? So the question becomes, how do we deal with these negativity champions in a really positive way for ourselves and potentially to help them as well? I've got 5 points that can definitely help. Okay, so let's get stuck right in. Number 1, you see, negative people might not even realize it. Negative people often don't see themselves as negative. They think they're being realistic. Sometimes their negativity actually stems from past experiences or pain. You've probably heard the saying that hurt people hurt people. Understanding this can shift your perspective, and it can help you approach them with more empathy rather than frustration. You see, the key here is understanding. Sometimes negative outlook can stem from past experiences, like a bad financial decision that makes them wary of any new investment opportunities, for example. Or perhaps they're constantly pointing out potential problems before they arise, like probably a fire inspector who sees every flickering bulb as a potential blaze. But by acknowledging this, we can approach them with a bit more compassion. Maybe even offering a listening ear if they are willing to share. Number 2, look for positives among negative. Now, let's be honest, nobody's all bad, right? Even the most negative person likely has some positive qualities. Imagine a prickly cactus. Sure, it might have a bunch of needles, but it also produces beautiful flowers and delicious fruit. Now, focusing on someone's good qualities can help you maintain a more balanced view of the person and reduce the emotional toll of their negativity. So think about that one. Maybe you have a colleague who's constantly complaining, but the same person is also incredibly detail-oriented, which can be helpful when you're tackling complex projects. Or perhaps let's say you've got a neighbor who's always negative and has a really dry sense of humor. But at times, it can be funny if taken in the right context. So for example, while they might grumble about the weather or complain about the noise, they might also make, some witty, clever remarks that can just lighten the mood. So imagine they said something like, at least with all this rain, we don't have to water the garden for the next century. Now that's quite funny, isn't it? Dry, but funny. It's this type of humor that, when noticed and appreciated, can help you see them in a completely different light. By trying to find these, little silvers of positivity, we can shift our own perspective and also how we interact with such people. Number 3 is to resist the urge to solve their problem and try not to become Mr. or Miss or Mrs. Fix-It. You see, that's our natural instinct as a human being. A natural instinct might be to jump in and solve their problem. Like, we're a knight in shining armor sweeping in to slay the negativity dragon. But here's the thing. Constantly rescuing someone from their negativity can actually be a recipe for burnout, because it can leave you feeling more like a deflated balloon than a hero. So instead of trying to solve all their issues, offer a listening ear without jumping straight into the problem-solving mode. Sometimes just being heard is what they need. And if that doesn't help, try asking open-ended questions that might help them explore their own solutions. So think of yourself as a therapist, guiding them to discover their own inner strength and resilience. Okay, here's number 4. Set boundaries, as they are your best friends. So think of all these negative people that you might have in your life, and then think of your personal space, that protects your emotional well-being. Clearly define with these people, what behavior you will and you won't tolerate. Communicating these boundaries calmly and assertively can help manage interactions with negative people. Now, imagine your emotional energy is like a beautiful garden. Without a fence in that garden, negativity can creep in like weeds, and it can choke out all the positive flowers you've carefully grown. This might mean you have to limit your interactions with this person because of this fence you've drawn, politely excusing yourself from conversations that start to get negative, or perhaps even learning to say no to requests that would drain your energy. And you know what? It's okay. It's absolutely fine to prioritize your own emotional well-being, because that is the key. Which leads me very nicely on to the next point, which is point number 5. So point number 5, keep emotional distance. You see, sometimes physical distance isn't possible. I mean, you can't exactly move your desk across the office from your negative coworker. Might be possible in some cases, but let's assume you can't. But that doesn't mean you have to be emotionally involved. You need to learn to manage your own emotions and stay positive, even when you're surrounded by negativity. So think of your energy as a limited resource. Don't spend it all on negativity. Instead, focus on maintaining your own positive outlook. So, let me give you an example to explain. Imagine yourself as a strong tree in a windy field. The wind might be blowing hard, but you stay firmly rooted and upright. Your energy is precious. So, don't let it be drained by someone who's constantly taking it from you, like, a phone battery running low from too many apps running in the background, perhaps. Can't think of a better example than that, so we'll just go with that. But you get my drift, right? You need to stay grounded, conserve your energy, and focus on what keeps you positive. Now, by using these tips, you can navigate negative people in a way that protects your own positivity. And who knows, maybe your positive energy will rub off on them a little bit as well. Like, sunshine melts away frost on a window pane. You might be able to melt away some of their negativity. I hope this has helped. Now, if you have any questions, or you have probably dealt with negativity yourself in a unique way, please make sure you put that in the comment section below, because I absolutely love reading all your comments and also your insights. That's it for this video. I really hope you liked it. If you did, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. That's it for now. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care.